In today's episode, we catch up with Vita Carnis Season 2, in which we learn some new unsettling details about most of the Vita Carnis family, find out the results of the Carcass raid on Facility Zero, and we see what makes the Singularities so dangerous. Alright, what is up? I'm back with some more Vita Carnis. And this time I believe we got the beginning of Season 2 here with new beginnings. So that's pretty exciting. So I'm excited to see where things go, especially after the end of that last episode. I think the Carcass team was successful, but that ending was just so chaotic, it was hard to tell. Maybe that'll be revealed here. Let's just get into it. Oh, hero's warning. Flashing lights, gore, violence, death. The big four. The four horsemen. Flashing lights, gore, violence, and death.
Something has happened within the restricted zone, or a large group of
monolith already.
Apprehended. Several teams of military personnel have arrested some high-ranking cultists and have unmasked their identities to the public. Shockingly.
Okay, so I think that was Facility Zero, and I think this is it's pretty much confirming that the Carcass team was successful. I think they took their shit down.
Several of these
Hell yeah, boys.
renowned politicians and high-ranking members of multiple governments across the globe.
Many documents have been released providing sufficient proof of the atrocities that were being committed. Some of these crimes include murder, kidnapping, torture, ritual sacrifice. The list goes on.
Okay, so we don't know actually what they were trying to do, right? I don't think so.
Guilty of deliberately providing false information to the public.
But it was like the new Trier cult.
The new Trier company has been found
Yeah,
to
there
have
we
very
go.
significant ties with cultist activities and has been shut down. All new Trier products have been deemed hazardous for consumption.
I would say called it, but that was incredibly obvious that New Trier was fucked. Ooh. I hope we get more Mimic stuff. Mimics are the best thing out of this series, for sure.
They demand that
Or the
something be done to
worst,
handle the Carnis.
depending on how you look at it. Okay, so... Secret World Order. Oh, I forget. What are these? Singularity, right? Yeah, that's what those are called. Oh. Okay, so I think that was just like a compilation of like news stories. So it seems like the world is still pretty fucked. Even after the whole Carcass thing was successful and they took down the new Trier cult. Or at least stopped whatever it is they were doing. I think I remembered it was almost like they were praying or worshipping like a bunch of those singularities. I don't know, it felt like they were in the middle of a ritual, like if they succeeded something would have happened, but I don't know what. But I guess even taking that down, there's still the fucking mimics and like harvesters and shit like everywhere. And probably growing in number.
I am the Magister, and get
Okay, what the
ready to
fuck?
explore all of the world's wonders.
We're in a kids show now? Or it's like some educational program.
Learning about the circle of life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Really, Carcass? You had to take over my educational program? You couldn't, like, cut in during the news?
We
Oh.
still know very little about the nature of the entities. There are 7 singularities in total.
Okay, I'm sorry. This dude sounds like he's straight out of Metal Gear Solid. I don't know. I can really imagine Snake talking to this dude over the comms. This guy's my weapon dealer, I think.
Each singularity is roughly 1 meter in diameter. They are made of an unknown material, although it looks and feels very similar to glass.
Okay, I thought I was going to say blood for some reason.
In fear of causing potential damage. The material is very dark in color, but has red shimmers of light swirling inside. There are some hints of other colors present, but is mostly dominated by the red. Each entity hovers above the ground in a stationary position, although they can be moved with relative ease. Our equipment can detect some
Moved
subtle
how?
pulses of energy.
It just floated around?
But random patterns.
Okay. So did they only get one of the singularities? Because there was like 6 or 7 of them, I think. There was more than one, for sure. I guess they only had room for one of the singularities. They were pretty big. Okay, so we're listening to a singularity? I assume that's what that is, yeah. Huh. I wonder if it's like sending signals out to something. Like other singularities or stuff and like the Vita Carnis family.
Breathing or communicating.
I feel like it's communicating.
Know if they are even organic. This is nothing new, just confirming what we already know.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Our first experiments didn't give any interesting leads. The most we got was some interference with electronics, especially when there is more than one kept close together. But the experiment we conducted showed extremely significant results.
Okay, so he said when there's more than one, so I think they have more than one singularity then. They're just showing us the one.
The experiment played out like this. In test chamber 1,
no,
live cow was released
not Mildred.
V1 for an extended period. They were left together.
I think that's just going to be the thing from now on. Every cow is Mildred, somehow. And not different Mildreds, all the same one.
For 24 hours. The test showed minimal results from the entity and an increase in stress from the cow.
What's going to happen to Mildred?
The body of a cow was put into the chamber with V1 for 24 hours.
Okay.
The results were extraordinary.
Along with the live cow? Or did they take Mildred out? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say they took Mildred out, and that's a new cow. What the it turned into Crawl?
The whole body had been ingested.
That's what that is, right?
Of Crawl rapidly
yeah, okay.
Several points from within the chamber. What this could mean, it rewrites everything we knew about the Vita Carnis species.
Okay, yeah, that is interesting. So the Crawl seems to come from the singularities then. So I guess the singularity would be up above the Crawl, I guess, in the family tree. But that is interesting. Is that how all the Crawl is born? Something, I guess not something dies near the singularity, but just any, I guess, dead organic matter that it's near, it just turns into Crawl. And I guess from there, the Crawl, has plenty of options. I don't know if the Crawl turns into the monoliths. It could. I just don't know if we're there yet. Oh, yay, we're back here.
It will roam around and find
Thank God.
to help it grow and grow. Once they are big enough, they transform into a pupa, and after some more time, they transform into an adult beetle. The adult beetle will go out into the world and search.
Yeah, this is a great break from. Oh, damn it! Never mind. Dr. Rhodes Sarah's Crawl Specialist.
Progress report for crawl samples.
Crawl Specialist.
Cultivation has been successful. So far, we grew them with 3 specific environmental factors. 1 is our control group, 2 with access to additional nutrition sources, and 3 with exposure to radio signals.
Okay, she's just growing the Crawl, is that it? I know she just said all the other stuff, so no, obviously that's not it.
Group 1 grew on par with standard crawl samples. No distinct abnormalities.
Okay, so I guess she's subjecting us to all this other shit to see how it grows.
As expected.
Okay, yeah.
No distinct abnormalities.
Okay, so it ate up
Group 3 grew
the organic
against
matter, I
patterns,
guess.
weaving its way toward the radio. Once the device was claimed,
Huh.
it switched to usual growth patterns. Again, no distinct abnormalities.
Huh, that's interesting. So it went for the operating radio first and then just went normal. That's interesting. Is it looking for stuff that puts out radio waves because the singularities does and it just knows to seek that? Or is this aim it towards civilization, I guess? Because that would undoubtedly bring it to places where people are. And then I could do all its other nasty shit like birth the mimics and whatnot.
In conclusion, the samples that were grown in V1's test chamber don't seem to differ from others grown from other sources. Still, we will continue with more factors and further groups, just in case. There have been some developments in the propagation group. V1 samples have seemingly been able to produce nodules at a slightly quicker rate than wild samples. Control groups
Set
show
the...
that V1 samples begin node development a few days faster.
Are those
More
the
time is needed
trimmings?
to say for sure. As for the nodes themselves, there aren't any distinct abnormalities. We've
I know
successfully
it-
hatched a dozen Carnis juveniles,
Carnis?
several trimmings,
Oh.
2 meat snakes, and even 1 mimic.
Oh
We'll
no.
be sending them
You know this is gonna go poorly. You really don't want to be hatching these guys in labs now, do you? We got enough of them on the streets. Okay, yeah, so the nodules can be any of these guys, with I guess trimmings being the most likely, followed by meat steaks, then mimics. Thank God it's not reversed. If it was 7 mimics, we'd just be fucked at that point. Human race can just call it a day, you know? Also, I was just thinking crawl specialist, just such a funny job title to me for some reason. I know it makes sense in this world, but who would ever want to be a crawl specialist? Yeah, dedicate my life to studying this weird meat tendrils. You know what? I, for one, respect our brave crawl
enclosures
specialists.
after everyone's reports get sent out. End log.
Oh, yay, more nature.
And
Okay,
then
what
it's
the...
ground into a fine mint and is now ready for the garden.
Okay, what is with... I assume there's got to be something to it, but I'm not sure yet. What's with all the other shit just being, like, spliced in? And it seems like a mix. Some of it does just seem like it's ripped from other shows or whatever in this world. But some of it seems, I don't know, kind of pointed. Like, all the insect stuff of, like, spiders trapping and killing whatever, or the one being overran by crap. Oh, yeah, and we got another doctor. This time it's a trimming specialist. Okay, so I guess a mimic specialist has got to be up next, right? God, I would hate to be a mimic specialist.
Audio log.
Actually, take it back. I'll go back to... I'll be a fucking crawl specialist.
The social patterns of a group of trimmings we have been keeping together. A new batch of juveniles were added to the main colony at the beginning of the new
God.
progress report. They were accepted into the community immediately. No conflict or rejection observed. They did provide the circumstances
God, I hate
to
'em.
document more of their interactions. Trimmings communicate through a series of vocal cues.
They just
Colony
scream.
members meeting the new batch with squeaks and squeals. They also are not afraid to show us when they are upset.
Ugh.
Trimmings also use some physical displays as well.
Okay, so I guess if they communicate, like, with audio and verbal cues, they don't have, like, a hive mind deal going on. Which, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like some of the, Vita Carnis stuff feels like it has a hive mind, like the harvesters or whatever.
Well, for example, trimmings do a chewing or chatter motion with their mouths when they are happy or interested in something.
Oh. Yay, the trimmings are happy.
The experiment that we performed was to explore the extent of their communication skills. The test went like this.
Just imagine trapping one of those, trying to get the, like, raccoon that's getting all your trash. You get a fucking trimming.
The speaker would play 2 separate audio cues. A positive cue would play, followed by a treat. And a negative cue, followed by a small spray of cold water.
Well, that's just mean.
We did
Well, I guess at
several
least it's not
rounds of
painful.
both audio cues to condition the trimming's response.
Unless water is their weakness. Which it might be, I don't know. It's just like acid to the trimming. I know I shouldn't care, but it feels inhumane. Even though it's a trimming. Oh. Okay, God, yeah. Yeah, this is fucked. I know it's a trimming, and I probably shouldn't care. Like, it'll eventually somehow turn into something that'll want to kill me, but I don't know. It still feels fucked, man. Maybe don't agitate it. Up next, we're gonna have a guy torturing a mimic. Just waterboarding a mimic. It's for science.
After the test, the trimming was released back to its colony. And after
What did
12
that
hours,
tell you?
we tested how much the trimmings communicated.
Oh.
The speaker was placed near the
See if it
colony's
tells the others
where we played
to
the
be
same audio
pissed.
cues.
Oh, it seems like it did. Oh, okay. That is actually, okay, I was clowning on them a little bit, but that is actually interesting. So they're pretty fucking intelligent. Because, yeah, even without witnessing what happened to the other one, the others knew, oh, that's that sound, and what happens next. Okay.
How layered their social interactions can be. Although...
Yeah, I thought they were dumb little guys.
We tried something a bit... bizarre.
Oh, God.
We found out that a wild colony had settled around the facility recently.
Okay. And... why am I nervous?
It was strange. What we did.
What did you guys do? Just, like,
we set up a radio device near the
torture a bunch of trimmings?
We linked both devices up and...
Oh! Are they gonna communicate through the radio? And it works? Wait.
There's many dangers out there in the...
Okay, well, shit, maybe they are a hive mind. Okay, I mean, they kind of have to be, don't they?
world. There are many predators that
Huh.
would love to have beetles for a snack. And unfortunately, not all beetles make it. Yes,
Oh.
it is sad, but that's how the circle of life works.
Are we the Beatles?
But look, one of the beetles has laid eggs. And once the beetle's eggs hatch, the beetle's
Probably
cycle
not.
starts again, and life continues on.
How beautiful. Oh, and that's it. Okay, that was definitely interesting. I'm sorry, Solidus Snake is on there. I didn't know Solidus Snake was a supporter. Okay, that kind of, with the fucking Metal Gear Solid joke from earlier, makes it seem like I pre-watched, but I didn't. I did not expect Solidus Snake to show up here. Okay, that's funny. I think, actually, you know what? That was pretty short, and the next one's similar length. So let's just get the next one in here. All right, and here we are, episode 2 of season 2, Revealed Progress. So it seemed like they were kind of going in order on their new subjects. And it was crawl. Well, I guess the first thing was crawl. Then it was like trimmings. I think meat snakes were next on the list, and then mimics. So this one could either be just meat snakes or meat snakes and mimic. I hope both. I like meat snakes, but mimics they're the main attraction, really. So come on, mimic. Oh, more bugs. Great.
Now only the most beautiful, only the most unique specimens
Oh.
will be moving forward.
Beautiful and trimming does not
There are lots of
belong in the same
fossils hidden
sentence.
on the earth, and plenty make their way into rivers and
Is this
streams.
dude just gonna be like a
For them too.
common thing now? He shows up every episode. Okay, we are starting with meat snakes. I was right. I was right.
Project. From our previous report, the juvenile meat snake we selected was grown in a standard captivity cell until maturity.
How are you gonna fuck these
The
up?
specimen we had selected was now an acceptable size for the project.
Oh, geez, that's huge. God damn. I feel like you should have needed more than 2 dudes to carry that.
Was moved into restraints.
They must not be
Twice a
very
day, we
dense.
fed it fresh meat, scraps, roadkill, making sure that it received the necessary materials like bones and organs to grow.
Okay, so not torturing this one.
4 days into feeding,
Good, I guess.
specimen's mood mellowed out. The usual intimidation display was now a patient eagerness. It seems
It's
that
like,
the
hey, they're bringing
specimen
me food, dude.
understands that we are feeding it.
It's chill now.
Days into feeding, the specimen has slowed down immensely.
We gotta tame the
It's
Carnis.
also been occasionally rejecting food.
Oh,
Looks
damn
like
it,
we
never
are
mind.
Overwhelming it, not giving it enough time to properly
fucking
digest
idiots.
and implement the material. Feeding has been reduced to once a day, but with an increase of portion size.
Okay.
19 days into feeding, the meat snake has almost shut down entirely. It no longer reacts to external factors.
Oh.
It still accepts
Ah.
food, but with assistance. A makeshift mechanism
wonder-
was made to help the feeding process. Favorable.
Oh, that's
results have
fucked.
begun to show. The hue of the specimen's skin has been turning.
It started off not too bad for the meat steak, but now it's got to the point where it's like, okay, you're full, but we're just gonna shove food down your throat, buddy. I wonder why it's just shut down. I guess they must have some other purpose than just like consuming meat And I guess being strapped here, it can't do that. Although there's the huge-ass one that got stuck in the tunnel, and that one didn't seem to have a problem fucking engorging itself
Shades darker.
while being stuck.
Sampling period seems to be approaching sooner than expected. Day 21 into feeding. The specimen has reached all the required criteria to begin sampling. We
Oh, now you're gonna start tearing it up.
obtain a skin patch invention.
Why am I feeling bad for the Vita Carnis creatures? What's wrong with
The
me?
typical meat snake skin can hold its integrity up to negative 30 degrees Celsius. The specimen samples survive down to negative 100 degrees, even maintaining flexibility. Next, the heat resistance
Great.
test.
I guess they can make great
The
coats,
sample
huh?
was able to withstand impressive temperatures. We were only able to bring the temp up to 3,000 degrees Celsius before we had to...
Oh god, imagine that's like designer luxury goods in this world at some point. Just like rich people walking down the street and they're like meat snake jackets, they're meat snake skin boots. No thank you. People wear mimic bodysuits at Halloween. That'd be a good way to get shot in this universe.
bring in new equipment. We used some welding equipment and determined that the sample's limit was capped at around 5,000 degrees Celsius.
Okay. Shit. Damn good coat, huh?
Sample testing was interrupted by a peculiar event with the specimen. Personnel during the routine feeding
Whoa, wait,
found
huh?
the meat snake had escaped its restraints
How?
by performing mitosis.
Oh.
The two organisms were simply...
Oh,
wandering the lab
that's
at the time.
interesting.
The project has been halted for now.
And they weren't aggressive or
Two meat
anything?
snakes have been moved back into their original enclosure.
Huh.
We are preparing more tests at the start of the new process report. And log.
So do all meat snakes do that? Like get big enough and then just split into two?
You can make your own sieve at home. The mesh will catch large debris, allowing smaller things to pass through.
Great, thanks, Magister.
You can add more layers with different mesh to catch more things.
Curd.
3 contestants so far.
What
but
the
there
fuck?
can only be one winner. And this
It's like
year's winner is
a trimming pageant.
Patty.
Yay, Patty! Patty was looking crazy. Yes! Finally. We got the mimic expert. God, what a fucked job to have. Also, I'm sorry. Dr. Farron Brones. I don't know why that name's funny to me. Farron Brones. Just take the R out at that point. Be Farron Bones. You know you want to.
This is my audio report for this month's progress, albeit a little bit late by a few months. Anyways, it's been a bit slow. But
It is interesting. We got a date. It's
fascinating
1992.
I guess I'll start with the juveniles. Feisty fellas, already chock full of hunting instinct. Their hunting patterns are similar to other ambush predators. They will wait and then capture their prey with the element of surprise.
Okay, so he's not
Some
too
of them are
big,
way
huh?
smaller than themselves, stuff they can take down easily.
Like a
Once
kid?
they're older, they start getting a little cockier.
Because from what I remember, don't mimics only go after humans? Like their entire life? So, I feel like a juvenile mimic like this, the only thing smaller than it is, yeah. So I guess these guys like exclusively go after kids at that point.
But they have the killing technique to back it up. They usually aim for the throat or neck to deliver a kill as fast as possible.
God, these guys are
Once
fucked.
they metamorphosize into their adult form, it's harder to determine their patterns.
Oh, jeez. Did they kill it, I guess? I mean, makes sense. I wouldn't keep her
If
alive.
you manage to get into their adult form, don't last very.
One thing you won't catch me feeling bad for is the mimic. I don't give a fuck what you do. Mimic. Waterboard the mimic all you want. I wouldn't do it personally because, you know, don't need to agitate the shit that already wants to kill you. Like, keeping a mimic prisoner is... That's got to be a death sentence. That dude's eventually going to get out, and he's going to want to murder your ass above all. And you don't want that.
They simply hide away, rejecting all food we provide. As it is
Just
well
like the
known,
meat snake.
Adults only eat human flesh.
And I guess you're not going to give him
We have
humans.
all die to starvation. The best
Oh, so
candidates
not
for
much
research
meat.
are the ones we capture out in the wild. They last longer, most likely due to them already having food and nutrients in their systems. It's not something I dwell on too often. I am
God.
thankful for the ones they bring in for me.
So you just catch them and they die of starvation? Ugh.
We're able
Dude.
to understand a bit of how they.
Okay. I know they got like, okay, goddamn. I remember they're saying they're like the variant split offs. Like there's the one where they either get really fucking big or it's like this, where they get more human. Like they wear clothes and get a more human face and shit. Yeah, that's fucked. I didn't know they'd get that close. Goddamn. Mimic's gotta be the best, like, analog horror monster, I think. Really is so simple, but they're so fucking effective and creepy. Goddamn, yeah. Just look at that shit. God, I hate those variants. We gotta see an elder at some point, don't we?
Before they eventually whittle away. The hunting tactics of the adult forms changed drastically from their previous form. Hunting now takes much longer as they observe and watch their prey. They are very cautious.
Okay, so they seem to get smarter as they grow, which makes sense.
Their most popular tactic nowadays is climbing inside of furniture. Freshly metamorphosed adults are roughly 160 centimeters in height, but can fold themselves tightly into small spaces.
God, I wonder if mimics have like a human like esque level of intelligence. It kind of feels like they do.
Beside one of those old-fashioned mannequins, and older adults
gotta be close at least.
Well in tight places. It's funny. We didn't even know they could do this until the late 70s. They weren't even called mimics then.
The late 70s.
Butchers.
Okay, I need to get the timeline. How long has this shit been around? Because it sounds like they were already a well-established thing in the late 70s, and now we're at like 92. And this is the first we're here, and they had different names and shit? Have they been around for a lot longer than we've known up until this point? Or have I missed something?
They changed it because its name better matched the description of characters in some kid's board game. Anyways, the hunting tactics beyond this are...
What board game is that? That's fucking mimics.
Of their patterns have been wrong in one way or another. Ever since that public announcement in
Oh, it's in the bed.
They keep changing it. In reality...
Get out of there. Oh.
Each case in the wild is different, and it's hard to determine why in captivity. Plus, human testing is a no-go. Even though I volunteered myself, I feel so close to figuring it out. Anyways...
Yeah, just feed him your arm.
The next stages are even harder to... Wait, how long do these tapes have to be?
Dude hates his job. You just know it. Okay, more nature. Love to see it. Why is... That guy had goofy footsteps.
There are plenty of other fun things you can find as well.
Oh no, my sieve isn't working.
Looks
Oh
like
no.
There's a hole in your mesh. Make sure your mesh isn't damaged, or else something might slip through.
Like what? Okay, so I feel like that's definitely supposed to mean or represent something. I just have no idea, like what? Like, what is the mesh in this case? And, like, what slipped through? Is, like, what slipped through the Vita Carnis? In which case, what was the mesh they slipped through? Yeah, I'm still not sure on that. Footage of the incident with V1 involving the cleanup team in Test Chamber 1. Okay, so they're going in to remove the crawl, I take it. And it's gonna go swimmingly. Nothing will go wrong. See? Nothing. Nothing goes wrong.
What happened? My leg's cut. It's bad. It's bad. I'm bleeding. What do I
Is
do?
the crawl just fucking absorbing him?
Please. We need medical assistance in test chamber 1. Stay calm. Help is on the way.
Oh, shit.
Just try to stay calm.
I wonder if the crawl is, like, taking orders from the Singularity. Or if the Singularity is controlling it.
We're going to help you. Lower the ladder slowly. This is going to hurt. Okay,
This is...
still. Ready? Now.
Yeah, I have to imagine he's caught in the crawl. Yeah.
What's happening?
And it's probably turning him into more. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. That's about it, ain't it? Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, could have guessed that keeping one of the singularities would be a bad fucking idea. But yeah, I'm guessing the singularity has a level of control over the crawl that it makes. And I guess whenever the singularity's not around to have it do anything, the crawl's typically docile. But in that moment, it was off screen, but I have to imagine the crawl was just absorbing the dude's leg or some shit. And then I assume turning him into more crawl or maybe even something else. What that panic at the end was. But yeah, all in all, a really good 2 episodes. Got to learn more about, like, I think the Vita Carnis just as a whole, but like individually, more about the crawl, trimmings, meat snakes, and mimics. Which you love to see. This is some of the coolest, like, creatures created for analog horror. Especially the mimics, but they're all cool as fuck. Just the whole, like, bestiary he's got going on. Even if the series didn't have, like, an overarching story and it was just learning more about these creatures, I'd be into it. But no, I'm definitely excited to see where it goes, especially since the new Trier cult is seemingly taken down. I guess maybe the Vita Carnis is just going to be, like, lashing out by itself. They're definitely not going to be able to keep the singularities contained, and they still got the monoliths out there. And if the shit's all in a hive mind, then, you know, it knows what's going on. It knows to fuck who specifically to fuck up. So I don't know, things might get pretty bad for the boys and girls down at Carcass. But it's definitely a next episode type thing, as that's all the time I got for now. So that's it. Until next time, peace.